Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Guys, thanks for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, special festival edition, South Florida. Nancy Stewart is here today. She is with the South Garlic Festival. I'm already hungry. This is going to be tough. Nancy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Nancy, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family and career.
Oh, my family. Well, I grew up in Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, but
Really? Like Johnstown?
just outside of Johnstown. People don't know where Johnstown. That's like the closest place to civilization from where I am. But
So what town? What town?
it was a little village called Riot, Pennsylvania, close to Bedford.
Okay, so my kids, their grandparents used to live in Armagh. Do you know where that is?
I do. I do.
Yeah. So very cool, very cool. Okay, I cut you off, but I don't mean people from Pennsylvania. So
Yeah. So I came to Florida on a vacation and basically never went back in my 20s. Um, I did some work with my first job was at the Breakers Hotel in Palm Beach, which was very fun. A lot of celebrities you run into there. From there, I went to IBM and did a career with IBM in Boca Raton for 7 years and transitioned into a computer programmer, which I hated. And when Boca Raton closed down their facility and relocated to Raleigh, I took the first buyout in the company and I started an advertising agency. So I lived in this town called Delray Beach, which is now the hottest tourist destination in Palm Beach County. But back then, you can walk down the middle of the road of downtown on a Friday night and not encounter a car. So I started an advertising agency, got very involved in my community. And as a part of our redevelopment and trying to create a tourist destination, they started doing little street festivals. And basically, I found my passion. So they were implementing a lot of grants to attract restaurants to downtown. And somebody had gone to the Gilroy Garlic Festival in Gilroy, California, and said, look, we have all these restaurants. Every cuisine uses garlic in it. Let's bring their Garlic Fest here. So I launched the Garlic Fest in Delray Beach. And we did that for a while until politics decided that we created too much traffic and too many people in downtown, and they didn't need us to attract tourism anymore. So we've relocated twice. We went to Lake Worth, Florida for a while, a couple of years. And then when COVID hit, we relocated to the village of Wellington, where we've been for 4 years now. So we found our home. 25 years later, we found our home. But so that's where we're at.
Perfect. Well, let's jump into the festival. 3 questions that help our listeners get the best grasp on this. What does it look like? What does it smell like? We may have already covered that, mainly meaning food and things in the air. And then what does it sound like? What entertainment do you have? What activities do you have? What's the buzz going on around? So let's go back to what it looks like, the when and the where.
Well, we when we started Garlic Fest, we went to Gilroy, California, and met with their founders because we really liked the idea that they were a fundraiser for local nonprofit organizations. They did a recipe contest. We did an Iron Chef competition. They did local entertainment. We do national act entertainment. They were a fundraiser for local nonprofits, and we are still that. Many of our organizations have been with us 25 years. So they're organizations that aren't typically eligible for grants. They're too small. So this is like their major fundraiser for the year. But, everything is garlic. Everything in our food line is, we have a food concessionaire, and we make sure that they use overwhelming amounts of garlic that aren't normal. But people often come away and say they didn't taste the garlic. We have garlic ice cream. Yeah, we have flaming garlic shrimp
Oh
scampi.
my
We
word!
have
I don't
garlic
even know.
pizza, roasted garlic. So yeah, we always just tell you, can sniff, can you smell us yet? We have a lot of signs. You're almost there. But Then we also have full liquor bars. We have about 150 exhibitors selling everything from arts and crafts to spices and sauces and garlic related items. But this year, we are dedicating Sunday to honor U.S. Armed Forces.
Mm.
So Sunday, we are going to be opening up the event, free admission to active, retired, or veterans, and a guest. We have a band that we were referred to by, we had the Red Knot Chili Peppers perform during COVID, and their lead guitar player is a music instructor, and he was working at Walter Reed Hospital, and he came across these young men who were severely wounded veterans that were musicians. And long story short, they formed a band, and they're headlining on Sunday for us. So we decided what better thing to do but to honor U.S. Armed Forces that day. So we're very excited. We're engaging a lot of the organizations that support military and veterans, from Reese Across America to the VA Hospital to Mission 22, all of those organizations that either fundraise or provide resources to the military. And then this year we're doing a tent called the Clove Marketplace. What we're planning on doing there is kind of telling the story. We're going to showcase all the prior year posters, cookbooks and recipes from our prior Iron Chef competitors. We're going to be doing culinary demonstrations. We have some local breweries that we're doing garlic beer tap releases. We have garlic martinis, garlic Bloody Marys. So that is going to be all things garlic.
That's awesome. Talk about your passion for this.
My passion, I found my passion at a late age. Like I said, when I was running my advertising agency and very involved in my community, everybody always asked me to design all their posters for free because I was the only agency in town at the time. And I found working the events that this was just something I like to do. I'm a taskmaster, anally organized. I like putting all the pieces together. And when I launched Garlic Fest, I found that this was what I like to do. My father used to say to me, "How did you ever figure this out? How did you get into this?"
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was from having live polka bands in our basement every weekend growing up. So, he put that party bug in my blood system.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So two comments that I have here to make. One, we didn't even talk about the health benefits of garlic. But last year I just did I was experimenting with AI and some of the software, and it pulled up some amazing research just on live events and the impact, the health benefits that they have on people. Cardiovascular health was one of the greatest, and the decrease in stroke risk. And now you guys are doubling up on that. It's kind of funny, but it's not kind of funny. You are doubling up on that, and with the benefits of garlic, and to have a whole festival centered around that. That's amazing. So that's perfect. You have a vast array of entertainment in the past. I'm sure you will in the future. These next two questions are purely for me because I'm in live entertainment and live music. And I'm going to add them to my book. I love the first question because we get just an eclectic group of answers sometimes. I want to know, what's the best concert you've ever seen?
Well, the one I have two that come to mind. One was Keith Urban.
Okay.
It was in West Palm Beach. I took my husband, who is not a country music fan, that when the concert was over, he goes, "Where is he playing next?" And another all-time favorite is Van Morrison that I've attended. But we recently, last year, our headliner was a country songwriter, musician from Nashville. His name is Drake White, and he is the most incredible storyteller, performer. I have a new love for his music. We just went there for a benefit that he did. He had a stroke on stage several years ago, and from a condition that he was born with, and he's recovered from that. And the music that came out of that recovery and the story that he tells on stage, it's like, whether you like that kind of music or not, you just become like attached to it. You know,
Yeah.
you connect with the story, and it's forever ingrained in your soul.
No, for sure. Dead or alive, you get to see one musical act or artist. Who would you choose to see?
Choose to see or have at my venue.
Well, either one.
I would. I've already seen him, but Van Morrison still is an all-time favorite. You know,
Yeah.
it's from my era.
No, perfect, perfect. Okay, most importantly, after today's conversation, how do people, Nancy, find out more about the South Garlic Festival?
The South Florida Garlic Fest, they can go to garlicfestfl for Florida.com. All of our ticket information is there. All of our entertainment outline with all of the activations that will be in the Clove, any of the culinary demonstrations, any of the nutrition demonstrations that we're having about the benefits of garlic, our garlic beer tap releases, all of that will continue to be updated as we move forward. And of course, on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Very good. Nancy, thank you for being on with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, baby, I'm on it.